news for Monday, October 24th. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I hope you have a buy box. Hope you did your due diligence looking at your market. Hopefully you are like me. You are starting to find motivated sellers. Folks, do me a favor in the comments below, wish Dion some luck. He has found an opportunity that started at 579,000. I think over the course of 3 or 4 months have had 4 price drops, and he just wrote a great deal at 480K. Yes, people list it wish pricing. Yes, they have price cuts. To hear Dion talk about the opportunity, it was never worth more than 500. But we are finding motivated sellers. I am in contract to close on my first deal, my first property, in about 10 months. We've already given you a walkthrough. I will talk more about it later. But folks, do the work. Only great deals. If you do not yet know what a great deal is, do the work. Take your time. Don't rush. No gambling. It is okay. But again, let's wish Dion some luck. Let's put some good mojo or karma in the universe because he does a lot for this channel. Let's also congratulate Larry and Deb for doing the work and getting their deal. And Mark, congratulations for getting your sub 2 deal in Texas, as I recall. So, Mark, Larry, and Deb, your cards will go out in the mail today. All right, so let's get into this. Something that I think is going to happen a lot in the tech sector over the next 4 to 8 quarters is you are going to hear from outside investors. They're going to write open letters. What does all this mean? This just means big money funds who have a position in a stock want everyone to know their opinion. So, Altimeter just wrote an open letter to Meta or Facebook, basically saying, stop wasting money on the metaverse, bring in those expenses to $5 billion a year. But more importantly, time to get serious about headcount, time to get serious about cost/expenses. We want to see you slash cut 20%. Now, of course, this is just an open letter, but it is certainly a shot across the bow to the leadership at Facebook. I believe there's a lot of tech companies who overhired, and we are going to go through a white-collar recession. Meta might be the first out the door after Snap. Remember Snap in August, I think, laid off 20%. I think Meta might be the next one. And again, I think Meta reports this week, maybe on Wednesday. So we'll see what happens there. But again, I expect more and more of these. And again, it's very interesting. After watching stocks for all this time, when a company issues a significant headcount cut, stocks usually react positively. It's just, it's one of these things. Next, this is a very busy week for the stock market. 163 companies report this week. Lots of stuff to talk pre-market, post-market. It will be exhilarating. The fire really starts tomorrow with lots of key earnings to talk about. So we will do lots of recaps of earnings, I'm sure. The question for me is not Q3 numbers. It is Q4 guidance. And are they preparing for a recession? These are going to be the things that I will be looking for and, of course, sharing with you. Q3 GDP. Folks, you remember there was this GDP tracker done by the Atlanta Fed. We talked a lot about that in Q2 because the GDP tracker was pointing to a negative number. As I recall, it was pointing to -4. At the time, I was saying +1. So we talked about it a lot, and the Atlanta Fed tracker was right. I was wrong, thus giving us 2 negative quarters. Well, what is the Atlanta Fed tracker saying today about Q3? Anybody want to pause the video and give a guess? Well, according to the Fed tracker, again, done by the Atlanta Fed, based on all real statistical data, updated daily, I will say, updated daily, they are estimating 2.9%. The GDP tracker, 2.9% plus positive growth. That is after a -1.6 and a -6 Q1, Q2. So if it is right, just if it is right, we would actually have positive GDP cumulative, right? -1.6, -6 equals -2.2. If it comes out at positive 2.9, we would have a positive 7%. So again, we will know. I think it comes out on Friday if memory serves, but it would be very interesting to see Q3. And again, we have a guess. I think we did that over the weekend. My guess was positive 0.8. We shall see what we see. Next, recession. Lots of executives. This one was the president of JP Morgan, Daniel Pinto, basically saying putting inflation back in the box, or the genie back in the bottle. We are going to have to cause a recession. A recession is the cost of beating inflation. Daniel believes that the Fed terminal rate will be 5%. We will get to 5% sometime next year. I agree with that. I believe a lot of folks are hoping it's 4.5, but I believe we are going to 5%. The question is, how fast do we get there? And we talked a lot about that yesterday. So again, do we go there fast? Do we go there, relatively quickly? Or is it Mary Daly just banging us with 0.25 and it takes us forever to get there? I think that is the question at hand. The mortgage, mortgage bankers. This is clearly talking your own book, right? This has to be. Mortgage bankers are forecasting 30-year mortgages December 2023. So 14 months from now, they are forecasting mortgage rates at 5.4%. To me, that's a little bit of home cooking. That's a little bit of hopium. I do think rates will be lower at the end of the year than they will be at the peak of the year, because again, the Fed will be done. The Fed will be in a holding pattern, and banks will compete to lower the margin or the spread. I do not see them go to 5.4%. In fact, I would be shocked if they averaged 5.99%. Right here, right now, I didn't plan on doing this. If I were to just wild ass guess it, 6.5. So again, I think we might go into the year in the high sevens, but as we end 2023, 6.5, maybe something like that. But 5.4, what I'll have what they're having. That's some good stuff, I guess. Pretty crazy. Not only is Meta talking about, or an altimeter, kind of an outside force, talking about a 20% cut. I don't know if you saw this, but it looks like Elon Musk might be taking a machete or chainsaw to the employees at Twitter. Elon Musk originally said he was going to grow Twitter employees. Now he is out saying 75% may have to go. I think this is all posturing. Who knows what's going to happen? In addition, at Twitter, it looks like the banks might be on the hook for $13 billion in debt that they cannot sell. So they'll have to hold it on their balance sheet. That will be pretty interesting. According to the Federal Housing Finance Agency, 93% of bank loans are below 6%. So again, not a lot of refinances going on as expected. And then finally, I read an article about 4 affordable big U.S. cities. If you want to take a guess, go ahead and leave a comment below. Again, 4 big, and I don't know what they mean by big, U.S. cities that are affordable. I will go reverse order of what they gave them to me. Number 4, Oklahoma City. Number 3, Memphis, Tennessee. Number 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma. And does anybody want to guess the wow, need more coffee. The large big city that is in number 1 place? Detroit, Michigan. Yes, folks, Detroit, Michigan is identified as an affordable big city. Pretty interesting. All right, what else do we got today? Again, I think the stock market, as we talked with Dan Bird yesterday, we had a deep dive talking about the Fed. As you will see in that video, Dan and I really disagree. He believes the Fed should go slow. I believe the Fed should go quickly. That was a very interesting, respectful, and clearly a disagreement. I found that conversation to be a lot of fun. Something else I found, looks like Hyundai is investing $5.5 billion in a new factory in Georgia for batteries. At the end of the day, folks, remember, going through hell, just keep on going. Keep doing the work. Have a buy box. Look at it every day. It's been tough to find deals, but again, remember what Dion's been doing. He's been looking at this property since August. It's had 4 price drops. Write that offer. Write great offers. If they say no, so be it. I was able to secure my property listed at $269. We got it for $203. We've done a walkthrough. I will do lots of more discussions about it. We're getting bids and everything. I will share the entire journey with you. Do the work. Do the work. All right, one more time, let's give a shout out to Larry and Deb. And Mark, congratulations for getting your deals. If you are out there and one rental at a time helps you get a deal, let me know, and I will send you one of these cards and give you a shout out on this channel. All right, everybody, enjoy Monday, October 24th. Bye-bye.